2017 was a pretty good year for Toyota. 4 out of the top 5 selling cars in the Philippines were Toyotas, and the Vios topped AutoDeal's list for best-selling car on our platform. We even gave them a trophy for it, Buyer's Choice Award, which was a pretty nice trophy, by the way. Celebrating its 30th year in the country, Toyota Motor Philippines Incorporated hopes to extend its lead with this, the 2019 Vios. From its wide sweeping halogen headlamps to its very new and very noticeable new cut on the grille, which I like to call as the solution for those people that like to drive their Vioses with the hood slightly open. Not a good idea. All the way up and over the car, down to the similarly wide tail lights and the rear bumper, the Vios is identical all throughout the model range. But it does have many faces thanks to the number of variants that it has, which is 9. And if you think about it, that's almost as many as the remaining Avengers. The overall shape of the bumpers and fog lamp housings are what set the aesthetics apart between the model range, with only the 1.5 models sporting DRLs. So too are the body or blacked out side mirrors, plus the size and shape of the rims and tires. Including its full-size spare, which I like, by the way, the Vios has got 478 liters of space, which is definitely more than enough for all the passengers that this car can carry. 2 large adults, no problem whatsoever. Excellent headroom, excellent legroom, thanks to the elevated seating position. In fact, we had a large gentleman back here who was 5'11" and 275 pounds, and even he was comfortable. No toys to speak of here in the back, really. No center armrest, no cup holders, no 60/40 split seats, no air vents. It's basically a very simple ride. Now, a lot of hard plastics can be found all around the cabin, including the center of the steering wheel, which I find kind of odd. But the dark color of the Vios does very well to mask it. You've got a simple gauge up front with your trip computer. What's easy on the eyes is the 7-inch infotainment system, which I wish it would double as a reverse camera. Unfortunately, it isn't there. Classy, though, is the air controls, which I absolutely do like. Despite being a fingerprint magnet, it's okay. Oh, and push start in a Vios? Why not? The seats are pretty well bolstered and they are comfortable. I don't think that any driver will feel fatigued even on long drives. Well, other than your bad driving position, of course. Visibility, pretty good. A-pillars, not that wide. Side mirrors, not that wide either. My qualm isn't with the visibility outside the car, but more what you can see inside the car. See, during drives like this on provincial roads and highways, I do turn on my headlamps even during the day. And when I did, I noticed that the instrument cluster inside and the infotainment system do dim. I wanted to make it brighter because I couldn't see it during the day, and unfortunately you can't do that. It's fixed. It's a nitpicking kind of a thing. Yes, it is, but I did notice it and I wish it could be just a little bit brighter. Ride comfort for the passengers, pretty standard really. It is a Vios after all. What isn't standard though is the steering. It is pretty heavy. Now, some people will like it, other people will complain, but it's a nice welcome because it does make the smaller car feel much more stable, which is really nice. Across the 9 variants of the Vios, there are 2 engines available. The 1.5, which pushes out 106 horses and 140 Newton meters of torque. Then there's the 1.3, which is limited to 98 horses and only pushes 123 Newton meters of torque. Now, on the Media Drive with Toyota, which saw us drive all the way from Manila to Angeles to La Union and now to Baguio, that horsepower is, well, as you would expect, a little bit on the limited side. See, it will make it up the mountain. Do we advise it? No, not really. Why? Because your right foot will definitely turn to lead just trying to push that car up the mountain, and your consumption will probably skyrocket faster and higher than the blood pressure of a giraffe, really, which will make your blood pressure rise, because on the way up from La Union to Baguio, this thing did 6.5 kilometers per liter. So it's possible, but yeah, better for the city. The most popular and most recognizable passenger workhorse in the Philippines is available starting at 659,000 Philippine pesos all the way up to 1,095,000 Philippine pesos for this, the 1.5 G Prime. Worth it? Well, consider this. Across the board, yes, all 9 variants have 7 airbags, ABS with electronic brake distribution, stability control, and hill start assist. So really, 2019 is starting to look very good for Toyota.